Alright, this one is for Pip5528. I hope I got your screen name right. He made a suggestion on cupoflinux.com that I have a look at the latest Debian 9.5 stretch. Alright, and of course, as with many distributions, it's been a long time since I've looked at anything. But coincidentally, all of the distributions that have been in the latest run are using the GNOME Shell desktop. Now, a little piece of information. Manjaro may be my daily driver on my main computer, but my secondary machine runs Debian, and for very good reason. One, it is the second oldest active Linux distribution that is still being maintained today, with the oldest being Slackware. And two, Debian is very stable. Okay, I just did a look on my secondary machine today, and the uptime is 41 days, 14 hours at the time that this video has, that I started recording this video. So that's got a lot to say about stability. And Debian is well known for its stability. However, this comes at the expense of running software that is not cutting or bleeding edge. The software is all well tested and good to go. All right, so what I decided to do in today's exercise is I'm looking at Debian 9.5, their non-free image. So the link in the description that you're going to see is for this particular build that I'm looking at right now. All right, and basically this is your standard GNOME desktop you've seen over the past few days, where I basically described this is what you're basically getting here. This series of icons gives you your logout, your volume control, your network, your battery, that sort of thing, and you can configure all of that from here. You can open up your settings. This is set up a little bit differently than other settings managers that we've looked at. But then again, keep in mind, this is an older version of GNOME Shell, and this is designed with stability in mind. But everything that you need for configuring the system is included in here. All right, in the center, you have your calendar and your notifications panel, and then your activities on the upper left is where you're going to interact with the system. So you can, open some applications. Okay, and then from the activities panel here, if you wish, you can move these to different desktops if you want them, and that sort of thing. Now, on my Debian desktop, it is all line user interface. I don't even have XFCE installed on it anymore. It's completely all command line, the way I have Debian running, and actually I have that using about 200 megs of RAM when the system boots up. This one, when I opened a terminal, it reported 479 megs of RAM that this was using on a fresh boot. Just take my word for it. I'm not opening up a terminal this time around. But yeah. Okay. They have a standard software center included with this. This is Nautilus. Okay. And it looks like across the board, it looks like all the GNOME desktops are using the same software center. All right. Instead of using Iceweasel, you get the Firefox Extended Support Release. Evolution, Thunderbird's included with this build too. Rhythmbox, LibreOffice. We've just seen Nautilus. The Software Center is open on screen, and then a Help Center here as well. Let's have a look at that. All right, and this is all links to different pages for help from the GNOME team. We go into activities and look at the applications here. It shows frequent by default. And then you can go into all. All right, this has a few extra applications installed in this, unlike the Fedora that we looked at before. Also, this does not have the tutorial videos like we saw in the Fedora release. This has a few games thrown in. So in this particular build that I'm looking at, it has a few extra applications and really didn't give me any choice over what to install. Basically, I just grabbed their non-free live disk. So in which case, if I were to use this as a daily driver, I'd probably have to uninstall some applications I don't really need it all here. But this is a nice little spread nonetheless. For those of you who want to give Debian a try, and you can later go in and remove any applications you don't need. So basically, a standard complement of programs and games come included with this. Okay, and I can see here there's a handful of games here, but that's all good. LibreOffice is included with this as well. And you have some other utilities, and one thing of interest to me is this actually includes a tweak tool with this. So if, for instance, you want to have a global dark theme, you can do that. Okay, and then the next time you open up your applications, you can, you've got a nice new theme here. But then again, you know, you can also download and install other themes with this as well. Now, most people will never install Debian because they want the fastest operating system on the planet. No, no, no. You install Debian because you want a rock-solid and well-tested operating environment. And as stated before, the Debian server that I'm running is my secondary OS. That computer's been running, it's almost 42 days now that it's been running, and that is a testament to its stability. Now, in looking at the uptime on the machine today, I was thinking to myself, geez, maybe I should run updates on this thing and give it a reboot. Normally, you don't want to leave a distribution, you know, running continuously. Sometimes you want to install updates. That way you got the security patches and everything so that your system stays somewhat secure. All in all, I'm liking what Debian brings to the table. I mean, I use it myself. I really don't know what else to say about this, other than if you think this is a distribution that you would like to use for yourself, click the link in the description, or just visit Debian.org and get yourself a copy of this. They have many different images to that you can try out. While GNOME is their default desktop, you can get just about any desktop you want with this. So if GNOME doesn't meet your needs, you can get XFCE, KDE, Cinnamon, you name it. The sky's the limit. And they have extensive software libraries. So if you download their free disks, then you can have, you know, pretty much a completely and totally free operating system, but they also have non-free as well. So if you have, let's say, a Broadcom chipset, and a lot of computers have them, you know, you're going to need the non-free disks to be able to power those peripherals. So the choice is yours. At the end of the day, rock solid, stable, that's Debian, and you know, it's the grandfather of most of the Linux distributions that are out there, because all of your Ubuntu-based distributions, you know, Ubuntu's really the middleman. Debian is the grandpapa. You know, when stuff rolls uphill, they all land on Debian. Good stuff indeed. That's all I have for this now. If you have any suggestions or requests, this was a request, definitely. Drop in at couplelinux.com and post your requests. If I think it's something I'd be interested in having a look at, I'll definitely give it a peek. I'm not sure what I'm doing next, but I'm sure I'll have something equally exciting. So until next time, peace out.